Hello, hello. So this is Drive Hub. So Drive Hub is an operating system for um, driving schools. But then, based on your driving school, we will try to change it to be for your own driving school. So on this other side is the admin dashboard. You as the owner of the driving school, and this on this other side is the mobile app for the student. But let's go through the admin dashboard for the whole school, and then we can tackle the mobile app later. So what happens is, as you can see on the overview, you get the total revenue, the number of money that the students have paid through the app, and then the number of students that have enrolled, and then the number of instructors that you currently have. So what do you want to do? Do you want to onboard a student? Do you want to add an instructor? Do you want to withdraw some cash, or do you want to add a coursework? So, and then you can see the reasons of recent students that have actually just signed in, and then the recent transactions, the money that has come in, from the students that are paying. And then on the student side, you can actually see how many students are available per branch. So I know that you have different types of branch, and now this is going to help us to, or is going to help you to manage all your students at once. So for example, Solomon David, the branch is at CBD branch. Their package is class B, and then their progress, which means we are going to also show how their progress is. They have not paid anything, and then do you want to mark them as complete, that they have finished their classes or they have finished the school? But then when I click Solomon David, I can actually see that his name, his phone number, ID, PDL number, or the branch that he is in, and then the payment, the payments, and then a copy of the document, the ID and the PDL. And then if I want to upload more, you get. But then let me show you a student that already has already paid some money. So for example, Carl here, they have paid 10 shillings and 10 shillings out of the total number of money that is actually existing. Then we go to instructors. So instructors are the number of the instructors that you actually have in your company. We call them instructors here. The people that are teaching people inside the driving school. So the name, contact, the branch that they are on, their NHIF or NSSF number, the day they joined, the number of students that they handle, the rating. The rating is the students are going to rate their instructors, and then you can either delete an instructor or edit the instructor. Do you want to add their, the contract, or do you want to change the branches of where they work? And so that is actually how it is. And then we have the branches. So the branches is just like, basically you add the branch that, all the physical branches that you actually have, so that it's easier to track them. And then we have fleet management. So fleet management, we know that you have vehicles, and these vehicles need fuel. We know that you have buildings, and these buildings need stationery and students and maintenance and all these things. So for vehicles, you come and add all the vehicles that you have currently, who is in charge of that vehicle, and which branch is that vehicle in, so it helps you to actually get it. And then if you want to add a vehicle, who are you assigning the vehicle to, and which branch are you assigning the vehicle to, or the name. I'll just say D, because I already have that class. Again, I'll just change that, and then logbook, I'll add that, and then assign, and then I add a vehicle. So it helps you to for fuel. How much fuel have you spent this week? So we have noticed that you only give fuel when there is a class lesson generated. So which means which vehicle and how much fuel have we actually had. So you want to generate the report, the total amount of money you have spent in fuel the whole week or the whole month or something like that. Or then you can actually also download Excel. And then you want to add a log fuel. Today I have there's a class, there's a practical class, and that's the reason why we bought that fuel. For stationery, the same. How many do you have in your category? How many do you have in stock? If you release one to someone else, just say release, and then it subtracts that you have released one stationery. For spare parts, again, the same. Battery, side mirror, oil filters. If you want to release one from the store to do some repairs, you just click release, and then it counts, 10 remaining. And then for maintenance, which vehicles need maintenance at what time and at what date. So for example, KCC needs maintenance, so you come and add a service of that type of maintenance that a car needs. For compliance, is a car, does it have licenses, contracts, and all those things. For reports, it helps you to get reports based on how the students are performing, how much they are paying, and all those things. For transactions, you're able to see, how much money is coming in. Or if you don't want us to manage your money, what we do is we directly use your payment method to actually access all those things. So when students pay, they'll pay through the app, but it will go directly to your bank account. For withdraw, how much do you want to withdraw? For coursework here means, you can add a coursework that the students are going to be learning from the app, and then we can actually also see that. We are going to see that as we go. For bookings, so since I've been in a driving school before, we used to book classes. When you get into a class, you log that you have checked in, so that the number of lessons that you actually want to do. For notification, is just like sending notifications to, do you want to send a notification to students or instructors? What do you want to tell them? Do you want to tell specific students to pay their exams for their exams, or do you want to just pass an announcement? And then support. So apart from that, we do have an instructor portal. So the instructor also gets to use this. So when the instructor logs in, what they're able to see is their students, do they want to onboard, do they want to approve check-ins? So for these check-ins, I'm going to show you how it's going to work. But then what they can only see is the number of students that they have. They can onboard students, they can mark in check-ins, they can add courseworks and categories, they can manage bookings for different students, they can see the notifications, and they can manage the support, but then they don't manage any money that comes through the system. Good. And for the mobile app, as you can see, let me just try to reduce it a bit. Okay, as you can see, in the mobile app, this is what your students get. So when they log in or when they register, they're able to see, so this is the dashboard. So this 0% practical and upcoming lessons. What I was trying to tell you about checking in is how many classes do they need to attend, so that they are actually eligible to sign up for NTSA. So I just do a check-in today. So when I do a check-in today, the instructor will actually get a log that I have checked in. So when they approve, what I can see in my dashboard is that, so I've checked in today, I'll just wait for it to load up as we continue. So do I want to continue learning? Do I want to take a question? So questions here are the basic things around driving classes. So what are the shape of warning signs? And then yes, correct, no, next question, just to help your students. So you're the one who is going to be adding the questions and the answers from the portal. So as you can see, okay, I got 40, and then back to quizzes. So all these things, they can be added inside the coursework. Apart from that, we have book a lesson. So book a lesson is which type of, what time do I want to come to class? And then I confirm the booking. And then when I book the lesson, for James Mwangi, we'll actually also be able to see which type of bookings are there. But for James Mwangi, based on which branch have I chosen. So for quizzes, I've talked about that. You can do the quizzes. So I have just done this one, the recent one, and then booking a class, that one, and then home to just do the learning and see how much I have paid. So outstanding balance and profile, my profile there, and then here I can see what have I done at this point. You see, I've not done vehicle, gear changing, steering, and all those things. And so another thing I can do is I can make a payment. So I choose M-Pesa, or do I want to do a bank transfer, and I can put that I want to pay that amount, and then put a phone number that I want to pay for my lessons. Oh, so okay, sorry about that, but yeah, you get the meaning. Yeah, so the app is to help students to learn. So you're going to be setting the price for your own students, so that they can actually lipa mdogo mdogo, or pay it on once. They can make payments, they can book sessions, they can do learning, you can put in any type of learning, the board, you can put signs, you can put all those things directly from the coursework side. So you can come and add a category. So I'll add the category for I'll just say lesson 1, and then short description of lesson 1. So you actually get to you actually get to um, you actually get to control what your students are learning and what time they're learning it. Yeah, so that is actually how this works, and we can automate this to help your driving school to process things faster, to process payments faster. You know, you have checked in today waiting for your approval. So check in, students check in, your fleet management, and all those things. Thank you. And kindly, our prices are are doable, so which means you can add as we actually go. Again, back to here, fleet management, payments. It helps you to do compliance, do withdrawal support, manage students, manage instructors, and all those things. Thank you.